What's up, everybody? Dan here with Dan and Sarah Makers, and thank you for joining me for another Tool Tuesday. If you recognize this spot, you may or may not, it's about a year now on. I did a review of the Milwaukee Cordless electric chainsaw, an 18-volt chainsaw. I couldn't remember off the top of my head until I got here how many cuts I was able to make in this exact log behind me, but the rounds are still sitting here undisturbed after a year. I made 7 cuts. The log is just about 16 inches in diameter, so it was maxing out the length of the bar. Today, as you all know again, I am a Makita fanboy. So this particular saw, this is the XCU04. This is also a 16-inch chainsaw. It's run on Makita's double 18-volt or 36-volt system. So it uses two 18-volt batteries. I've got the 5 amp hour in here, which is what it comes with. I have used this saw quite a bit. The Milwaukee saw I hadn't used much at all, so I just wanted to see how it ran. The Makita, I have not done this test with it, so I don't know. It might do better, it might do worse than the Milwaukee. You'll see it live. I'm not going to edit anything out and make it look like it cut 40 rounds. But the saws used, the batteries are much more used than the Makita or Milwaukee. I'll get these mixed up nonstop. The chain is a fairly new chain, which was the same on the Milwaukee. I've gone through quite a few chains on this. I'm now currently running on this particular saw right now. It's an Oregon Advanced Cut 90PX056 chain. You can get Makita brand chains in the Makita package. They're about $14, $15. This was, I believe, about twice that, so about 36-ish dollars, somewhere around there. So maybe a little bit more than twice. It is a 16-inch chain, 0.043 gauge, so the track and the bar, 3/8 inch pitch, and 56 actual drive lengths. So I like this chain. The Makita chains that come with the saw are actually Oregon brand chains, but we'll see how it goes. As far as the saw itself, it's got external batteries that just slide in. It's got a lockout button or power button that you have to push after so many seconds of not using it. It will lock itself out and stop. So when you do pull the trigger, whether the guard is on or off, a lot of people hassled me about that. Yes, I know what a chain brake or a guard is. I know how it locks out saws. I'm not that dumb, but a lot of people wanted to hassle me about the Makita or Milwaukee one because they bleed red and other people bleed yellow. I guess I like this color. It's got a dual battery indicator on top where you can push the button and it'll light up 3 LED indicators for each battery if they're both charged. It has an oil reservoir for blade oil or chain oil, bar oil, whatever you want to call it. It's got some teeth along the side. They're not very aggressive, but they do a little bit. It's got, for me, I like the guard. I can roll my finger or hand forward on the hand guard and lock it pretty easily when I'm done cutting. It's got the back handle latch to then unlock the trigger. The trigger won't operate unless you push that palm safety down, and then you can pull the trigger. And then this is where it's a little bit different from the Milwaukee in that it has a tool-free blade adjustment. Basically, you push this knob down, you can rotate it and unscrew this side plate, and when you get it where you want it, it's got a plus or negative tension wheel here that you can operate. The one thing that I don't like about these is that this area here where the bar and the chain go, they get gummed up really fast and loaded up with fine needles, sawdust, chips, things like that. And it really gums up, and you have to take the thing apart and clean it out with a wire brush and compressed air to get it all cleaned out. So that is one of the drawbacks in my opinion. It's definitely a beneficial saw for limbing out trees and things like that. Brush cutting, as far as cutting big logs like this for firewood rounds, not so much. It's an electric. That's the way it is. As winter and fall start getting on around here, we start looking at, okay, we need to carry a chainsaw in the vehicle because as we're driving out the driveway and driving back up the mountain and on our driveway, there's a real good chance that there are trees that get saturated in the ground and they fall over, wind blown down, things like that. So it's nice to have a non-gas saw that you can just throw in the car and have there ready to go at any time. And here comes the log dog. Hey Penny, hi. Welcome back. She was in the last video too. So let's get started. The tip of this, or butt end of this log, is sitting on this log, and as I cut, it may drop down or it may be supported because it is down the hill like 40, 50 feet, so it may not drop. But I'll try and cut from this side. I'll try and cut thin slices, and let's see how many we get through. Push the power button, got green light, take the brake off. We're good, and here we go. It's not looking good. Yikes. That's not looking too good. All right, there's one whole round. We might not get through two. We'll see. One note, the Makita does kick off. If you overload it, it'll kick off real quick. You just take your finger off the trigger and it resets it. So let's try another. Two. Three. Not looking good right now. Yep. So if you can see here, both of the battery indicators are flashing. So batteries might be getting a little bit warm. We'll see. We'll keep going. The one thing about the Makita versus the Milwaukee is that this actually shows you when the batteries are getting warm, whereas the Milwaukee, it just dies on you and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't show you any flashing anything, at least in my experience. So there's 4. See if it'll make it through 7. It's getting tired. Well, let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And about 6 1/3. Maybe about 6 1/2 cuts. So it didn't do as well as the Milwaukee, so I'm disappointed. As far as a saw goes, it's a really nice saw in my opinion. I still really like it. It has the interchangeability with the Makita system, and that's really big with a lot of tool brands nowadays. Whether you've got Ryobi, Milwaukee, Makita, Bosch, DeWalt, pretty much any brand out there, if you've invested in more than a few tools and you've got batteries for it, they're all going to do pretty much a reasonable job for you. There aren't many brands out there that are just absolute garbage. Nobody would want to even touch the tool. There are a few out there, but as far as this system versus another one, you know, go with what you got, honestly. But if you don't have a system, I really am a strong advocate for the Makita system. DeWalt, Milwaukee, those other big brands out there, they have so many batteries out there. They have slim batteries, they have big batteries, they have super big batteries, and it's just the form factor of those batteries just gets ridiculous in some cases. Makita's got the slim batteries for the 2 amp hour and lower, and then they have the normal size batteries that go from 3 to 6 amp hour batteries. They're all the same size, which is really nice. But as far as a chainsaw, if you're going to do light wood cutting for smaller rounds, you know, 4 to 6 inch logs, this would do a really nice job. It does do a really nice job for small tree felling. It's really nice. The usability of it is great in my opinion. I'm really happy with it. As far as speed of cut, it's got 20 meters a second is its rated chain speed, and that is 3,940 feet per minute. So it's cruising along at a pretty good pace. I'm going to guesstimate that's around 30 miles an hour for chain speed. So it's moving pretty good. Yeah, I really like it. You can get these on deal where you get the saw, a double bay charger, 2 5 amp hour batteries, and that's a set price. And then you can also find them where they give you 2 extra 5 amp hour batteries for free. So in some cases, I'll post Amazon links below for all these things, so in case you want to get one and you don't have a dealer near you that you can find one in person, you can get them. It helps us out a very small amount, not massively, but it is an easy way to help out the channel, and it costs nothing extra to you. So that's a real nice benefit, but it makes it convenient for you. I'll post the chain if they've got it, and I'll post some saw. So typically they're around $400 for the kit, $399, somewhere around there. But I'll post that below. So thanks again for joining us for Tool Tuesday here with Dan and Sarah Makers. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, thumbs up these videos. It really helps us a lot. It actually does. Trying to make these videos takes a lot of time, but we enjoy doing it. So we really appreciate it when people interact. If you've got experience with this chainsaw or a different one, sure, go ahead, leave some comments. We'd love to see it. It helps other people too. You can also follow us at Instagram at Dan Sarah Makers and see some of the other projects that we both film and we don't film. So until next time, this is Dan. Have a great one. Bye.